What is going on?
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Dennis.
Awesome. What's going on, Dennis?
Sorry, I'm not great with computers, at keyboards and such. It's just not.
It's all good.
So I grew up in Arizona, kind of in the woods. Well, not woods, but in the desert. And my family and I would travel by RV from place to place. And no offense to your previous caller, but obviously, he's probably high as shit. He didn't know what he was seeing. I've kept a log. I got my logbook. I've kept a logbook of every encounter that I have had at night with these the motion on these things. So it's UFOs one thing, but this is different. This is for sure. I'm convinced, at least, that it is 100% something alien. Something from another planet. These things can move, like slowly and then just take off like nothing else. So, and I've logged it. So, like in the year 2009, I had 7 different events on April 27th, April 11th, April 12th, May 9th, May 19th, June 1st, June 10th, July 5th. All of these dates are the dates that we saw the same events. And I think that there's a common denominator there with what I'm seeing. And it kind of came to a head back. This is in January 3rd. This is 2010. I was on a trip with some of my friends, Gary, Daryl, and Jake, and I were out, doing what we do, spending some time out in the desert. And at that morning, very cold night, I could tell that the lights were kind of getting closer and closer. And eventually, I kind of blacked out. And when I woke up, I had that. It's almost hard to describe, almost like saying it's a new color. These things on the, I guess the ship or whatever. But unlike all the other stories that I've ever heard on your show, Dan, I love your show. And Mark, I'm sure you got a great show too. I just haven't seen it. And, but unlike any of the other callers, I actually have physical evidence. So whatever happened on that ship, there was like these like metal tools. And I was able to get a piece of the metal tool and bring it back.
Wow. A piece of the metal tool and bring it back while you were on the ship.
No, not while I was on the ship. It was, it's really hard. I mean, obviously they had drugged up or something. I don't know, but I knew.
Well, do you have the object is what you're saying?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Have you taken any steps to go get to go have it checked out? Because we have people that like date tools to a specific time periods, right?
That's the purpose of my call. That's the purpose.
Okay.
Hold on, I got to move my document here. The tool. So whatever happened on the ship, they brought the, like, I don't know what they were planning on doing, but you know how you just get a feeling it's not good. And I knew that I had to make it like show that I was worth leaving alone or whatever. So I did everything I could to fight back, and the blackout went away. Like I blacked out again and I woke up, but I still had that piece. And I live in a really, really small town in Arizona, like 35 people. But there's a guy, there's a metal shop in town. His name's Fop. So Fop, the guy down there, he's got a metal shop, and I took it to him to see if he could, because he's got a furnace so he can melt stuff down. And I'm telling you right now, nothing he could do could deform this metal. All right. He couldn't hammer it. He couldn't heat it up.
Wait.
This metal.
Yeah, that wasn't what I had in mind.
Yeah. So like, I don't really care if a guy can break it down or not. We can chemically know what that metal is, right? Like we can still figure that out.
That's what listen. So that's where I need help, because I know that after this experience, the government knows what I have. And how do
you know the government knows what you have?
Well, so
because you can see you look when you see you've seen the monoliths, right? You've seen there are governments.
Are you trolling me right now?
This sounds like a troll. This is Poe's law. I'm starting to think, but when you say the monoliths, like I'm starting to lose you quick.
You've been praying.
All right.
I don't hear what.
I think he said we were being pranked.
It cut out. So the punch.
Lame.
It's funny that the punchline of you're being pranked got cut out is almost like useless. But
this would be funny if this was a show where we really believed in like UFO stories and stuff, but like we don't. It wasn't like I was gonna be like, oh, I must believe in UFOs now because this guy told me, and he found like I was gonna ask because like
well, all the stuttering and stuff was making me feel like he's coming up with it on the spot. Is what it sounded like. So but
I don't know what to do with that. I mean, come on. You spent I saw you waiting in the thing too. You spent 45 minutes in the chat. It's a Friday night, man. Go do something fun. Well, I guess not right now because the corona, but like you can play like Nintendo Switch or something. Like, don't waste our time. Don't waste the people to make our shows.
And I apologize, Dan. I talked to a lot of people on Discord, and I'm not sure if maybe like they were just like, "Oh, I'm gonna waste his time" or something.
Maybe so. But here's the thing,
because the voice sounded familiar. I will say it sounded somewhat familiar. I was like,
I thought he was gonna go super cool. I was like, "Oh, cool. We have like something more than the regular kind of call." That I don't know.
I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it too. Aliens are cool. Dan, we're gonna. You know what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to invite me back on, and then maybe we'll get another one of those calls, right? Like that's the only.
Oh, is that how this works?
That's the only reasonable explanation.
That's the only way to
get to it, right?